What's going on, everybody? Zen. Some people had asked me about cleansing and herbs and getting healthy, basically. So, here is a page of all the things that you should really be consuming. This would be the easiest, simplest, most straightforward way to produce yourself a very healthy and easy to consume diet that will clean you in the fastest way possible. And there's four things on this page. Well, actually five. And I'll go over the first one, and it's mixing some things together that you'll take in small quantities every day. So first off, obviously distilled water is the way to go. And if you're brave enough, there's the ingredients in urine, which are all, it's your perfect medicine. And that doesn't even tell you about all of the um, stem cells that are in there and how it is your perfect medicine. But if you can get into the urine, that's the way to go. And that can bypass all of these other things, but because most people aren't going to go that way, here's what we want to do. Look at the left-hand side of the page, and there are 7 things that you can mix together, and you put this into a blender, and you blend it, and then you strain it out with a nut milk bag, or you could go to a Home Depot or an Ace Hardware and get a paint strainer. It'll be a paint bag strainer, and that's going to be much cheaper. And here's what you want to mix together in that blender: a bunch of apple cider vinegar, because regular vinegar is just not the way to go. Apple cider is the way to go. Ginger is the first one. Turmeric, horseradish, onions, garlic, and hot pepper. Now, if you can get all of these ingredients fresh, that's the way to go. And that apple cider vinegar is going to basically, so it doesn't spoil. That's the use of the vinegar. You're going to put all of that in there, you're going to blend it up, and you're going to strain it out. And then you're going to drink, you'll start with a shot of it. And it's going to be it might be very uncomfortable for some people. You might want to do this in the beginning. You probably want to eat a little bit and mix it up with that. You probably want to be having enough water in your system, because it might cause a little bit of chaos for some people, because it's going to be very hot. And now, if you don't have all of these ingredients, there's no worry. You can use any set of these ingredients here. If you can't come across the horseradish, so be it. The most important things in here, from my view, are probably the turmeric and the garlic. But onion's easy enough to come across. So, and if you don't want it too hot, I've only noticed that that it's just tough on the butt if you put too much hot pepper in there. So you can kind of do without the hot pepper, but you can start to build it up. So the most important in my mind is to get a hold of the turmeric, and if it's fresh, it's better, because if you get the powdered version, it will work. It's just all going to sink to the bottom, and it's just going to have a different effect, slightly different, because one's going to be the juice and the oils of the plant that are going to be very helpful for you. So you want the juice / oil of the onion, the garlic, the turmeric, and the ginger. But those are most everything here is easy to find. I think probably the horseradish and the turmeric will be the hardest to find. So if you can't find fresh stuff, get the powdered version online. And turmeric is very good addition, because it's anti-inflammatory and it's tasty. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to mix all that together in a blender and strain it out, and that's going to be one of the best things to heal your body and to cleanse your blood with. And you're going to take that as often as you can during the day. Just feel it out. Start with a little bit and move your way up. Another thing you want to consume is fresh apples, fresh apple juice. And if you can't get a hold of fresh apple juice, get the ones in the glass container. It's going to have malic acid in it. And if you can get stuff that's unpasteurized, that's even better. Unpasteurized is the best way to go, but depending on what state you live in and how that all works out, you might not be able to find it. But the malic acid is very good for loosening up kidney stones and things like that, and it's good for your blood. And as they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's connected to all parts of you, because it is, the 5-pointed pentagram in the apple, and the first thing that was eaten, the apple, So I think there's a big connection to, your human body and what's going on there. Oh, what I didn't put up here is oranges. Oranges are great. Everybody loves orange juice. So get some oranges, fresh squeeze those things. If you can find a place that has, once again, unpasteurized orange juice. I know in Louisiana you can get it. There's definitely a couple stores there that they provide unpasteurized orange juice. That's definitely the way to go. Lemons and limes. Lemon juice, lemonade, limeade, lime juice in the morning. These are really great things for you. It helps to stimulate your body to start kicking toxins out. So those two fruits are awesome, especially lemons because they're said to have anionic orbits. Basically, in a roundabout way, they could reverse time, reverse age. And CABALA juice. That's how you remember it. CABALA. Carrots, apples, beets, apples, lemons, and apples. So those three apples are the three colors of apples. The yellow, the red, and the green. And then the lemon. And carrots. And then the beets. It's called a beet because it's for your heartbeat. And it's good for your blood. It's really delicious. And it's easy to make. You can make a big vat of this by juicing it. So you use like a handful of carrots, a beet the size of your fist, a few apples, 2 apples a piece, and some lemon, and however you like that flavor. And that's very good for the entire system of the body, especially the blood. You're going to really, they'll be filling. It tastes like fruit punch. It's delicious. So if you can get into using these elements on this page as the staple of what you're consuming, it'll do wonders for you. And anybody that still wants to feel full and have that kind of full feeling, you want to consume grains that are going to push things out of your system. You want insoluble and soluble fibers. And when I say grains, I'm more directing you towards fibers. Oats are good, and certain things that have a lot of fiber in them. So you want to be able to clean out your system with the soluble fiber, which will be sucking up and pulling things into it, and insoluble fibers, which will be scraping the walls of your intestines. So that is one way to help move things out of your body. Obviously get a gallon of water a day if you can if you're brave enough. It's not even that difficult. Once you start to clean your body up, your urine will start to get cleaner and clearer, and it will start to taste better until the point it is actually, and I've been there plenty of times, where it's preferable over water. It's definitely preferable over tap water. It's definitely that. And then you'll develop a taste for it, and you'll see what's going on in your body. You'll be able to tell, because it'll keep that aroma and that flavor of what you've been eating. So it's a great way to just regulate what you're consuming, not to mention all of the medicinal qualities of it. And obviously using aged urine on the skin is another magical thing, because when you age urine, it becomes alkaline, it becomes ammonia rich, and it's wonderful on the skin. It's good to rinse your mouth with. And if you're farther down the line, even using it to consume is a really great idea. But that's farther down the line for most people. Anything I missed here? Yeah. And as far as herbs in general, there's really not a bad herb you'll find. They're all going to be the leafy green herbs. Get those into your diet. There's a lot of, just look at the names. Sage. Well, sages are great, right? You've met sages before, so the sage of the herb, that's a great idea. And all of these green herbs out there, they're going to do wonders for the brain and help you clean your body because of the chlorophyll. So add those to your juices. And again, the point here is to get into a liquid type diet, because the liquid, you want your body to be as fluid as possible. And you'll start to notice, especially when you're using alkaline substances, and as your body starts to change and you put more fluid into it, things will loosen up. You'll become more flexible out of nowhere. You'll actually become stronger if you start to, do movement patterns and lift things. It's all about the work you put in. So hopefully this is helpful to everybody. Cheers, y'all.